Well, I literally finished episode 8 of Bly Manor, and I am back for episode 9, the finale. Why didn't they do 10 episodes like last season? I want more of this. I want to know more. But we have one episode left, and it's going to be crazy. I have a feeling it's going to be crazy. It's called The Beast in the Jungle. Okay, interesting. I wonder how that relates to the episode. We got some backstory on the Lady in the Lake last episode, and we ended with the same freaking cliffhanger, which is why I'm desperate to start this episode, with Danny being dragged off by Viola, aka the Lady in the Lake, who doesn't remember who she is, and she's just killing all willy-nilly anybody who's in her path. I want somebody to save her. I want it to be Hannah or somebody. We shall see. I just want to dive right into this, and we'll probably have quite a long discussion about it after this episode, about the whole show. I am loving it so far, and I hope y'all love it too. I just appreciate the filming, storytelling, acting, absolutely everything about it so far, and it gives me a feeling like with season 1 where I don't want to finish it, and I know I'll be like having some post-series depression after this, just because there aren't that many shows that touch you so much and also make you think so much, and that you really appreciate all the effort they put into it and to tell this story. Anyways, let's stop talking and then let's get watching. Let's get started with this episode, guys. It's only 50 minutes? Too short. Oh, please remember.
Dominic is dead.
Save Danny.
Charles is dead. I'm slipping away, Owen. I can feel it even now, and
Slipping away?
I don't want to slip away.
Don't slip
I
away.
want to stay here with you. No, I can't.
You really can't. They need you now.
Here. Right here, this moment. What a curious and charming man I thought. Oh, it had been so long.
I love them so
I've
much.
forgotten that feeling, but
After Sam.
I looked at you and I always forgot myself for a moment. God knows I tried not to think of you. Very hard, but I thought of you often.
And you're dead.
Thinking about the places we would go, wherever to leave Bly. Where we'd settle. You'd open your restaurant. Make me taste all those wonderful recipes you created in that beautiful, maddening mind of yours. I always think that I would very much like to spend the rest of my days with you. Listening to your dreadful puns.
Oh, they would have made such a great couple.
I loved you, Owen.
You gotta tell him, though, that you actually did. Right? Show him your body.
I should have told you.
Get a goddamn funeral.
What life we could have had. Well, you have to warn me, don't you? You have to help me.
Yeah.
You must help all of us.
Yes.
Out there.
Yes.
In here, I'm you.
She got me the
This
savior.
isn't me. This is just you.
It's you. It's in your head. Go out there and help.
You have loved me. We both know you're not so selfish. To remain hidden in the memory.
Yeah. She always just cares about everybody else. She's gonna keep caring. Save her! Save her! Come on!
Laura! Get inside!
Nice.
Now hide!
Don't get her in the house though, it's dangerous. But save frickin' Danny. Surprised she didn't snap her
Let her
neck.
go! Stop!
What? I don't know. Danny, you're really holding on. I'm surprised you haven't passed out. Or Jamie can come by too, but I don't want her to be hurt. Ah, I see you.
Please, let her go.
Playing the part of her daughter. Mm-hmm. Oh. I feel scared for Flora though. Oh. Don't drown Flora. Hearing her sing that, so good.
gave you your freedom. And you're letting it drown.
Jamie, Owen, who? Oh yeah, I forgot fucking Henry even existed. Henry, you know something was wrong with your daughter. Okay, go save. Oh, he's gonna sacrifice himself, maybe.
Put her down now! I said, put her down!
Shit. Ooh. Who the fuck can stop her? Oh yeah, he did. Damn, Danny has dedicated her job. Save that kid. Jamie! Why are you here? Oh, Owen too. Oh gosh. Save the humans. Danny, Owen, Jamie. Be okay.
Was that Henry's car?
I mean, save the living. They're all human, but some are dead.
We both had an awful dream and we just drove and...
A
The
dream.
lake. They need you at the lake.
She disappears. She's trying to hold on, trying to save them all. Oh! This is stressful. This is so stressful.
It's okay, sweetheart. You won't feel it. Okay, I'll feel it for you. I'll just tuck you away one last time.
One last time.
Go ahead, love.
Like Peter does
Let
for
me
you.
handle this part. Let me in.
I can't watch this show.
Let me in.
Owen and Jamie might help though.
You? It's us.
Oh god.
It's all right. Owen!
There's a lot.
Owen tried to breathe life into Henry, who hovered between life and death. Soon Flora would find
he's
herself
hovering.
dream-hopping endlessly at Bly. And it would have all gone that way had not the au pair, in that critical moment, said what she said.
It's you! It's me! It's us!
What? She's giving the lady in the lake permission to enter her body? Don't tell me. You guys. The other ghosts are feeling something.
When he checks the well, please tell Owen I'm sorry.
Oh.
Tell him I love him. And the rest, well, it's just...
I was gonna tell him to check the wall. They all feel something. Is Danny literally saving all the ghosts of Bly? You'd even expelled Peter.
I'm so sorry, Miles. I'm sorry.
God. Oh god. It's adorable.
The au pair invited Viola into herself. In that instant, the spell that Viola had cast over Bly was broken,
Flora!
Uncle Henry!
and all of the spirits trapped in her gravity were released.
Uncle Henry!
What?
Miles, I'm so very sorry.
I understand everything that's going on, but I'm like, what does this mean for Danny? I just want her to be happy. She saved all the ghosts. She saved Mrs. Gross and Rebecca too.
Hannah, where's Hannah?
In the well. Owen.
The next day, Owen assisted 5 men from town where they gently lifted the housekeeper's body from the well. It was assumed she died accidentally. A
Oh,
fortunate stumble.
Will you teach me how to sew patches onto things?
it's actually being a good uncle,
If you like.
aka father.
And there, he insisted on cleaning her himself,
Candle
which he
lit for
managed with
her.
a soft towel, soap scented with lavender, the greatest of care.
Wow.
He stayed at her side until she was married, and he loved her the whole way. I'm told, and I believe, that that he loves her still.
You about done up here?
No, I'm just possessed.
I got distracted.
God, I need to stop crying.
I hope you.
I feel her
Feel her?
in here.
So you're still there? Okay, good.
This angry, empty, lonely beast. It's watching me. Matching my movements.
Do you want company? While you wait for your beast in the jungle. Do you want company?
Yes, please. Oh, we're gonna pinky swear. Hold pinkies. How freaking adorable. We still got half an hour left. Where's this even going? We're leaving the house. Can she leave the house? Wait, yo, are her eyes different colors? Am I just tripping? That's a contact. She has blue eyes. I know she has blue eyes. It's because she has another person in her, right? That's why she had two different eye colors. Oh god. Does Jamie notice that? Is she a little bit like freaked out by it, or does she like that? Yeah, it's super obvious. Like, how could you miss that? It's unsettling. Maybe that's why they filmed in black and white, because I think that Kate has blue eyes.
One day at a time is fine by me. As long as those days with you, Poppins. One day at a time is what we've got. It's what everybody's got when you get dumped.
The days turned to months. The months to more.
Mm-hmm.
And before the au pair knew it,
Oh, they got a flower shop.
a year had passed. A
Like,
trip around
imagine
the
me and
sun,
you.
and she was still here. She was still her.
I have
Wow,
something for you.
that's good.
Oh, yeah?
What happened?
Yeah.
Moonflower?
You said a moonflower? Yeah. I've got a problem. Or rather, we've got a problem, Poppins. You see, I'm not sick of you at all.
We gotta get hitched.
I'm actually pretty in love with you, it turns out.
Wow. Go on the roses.
1 year became 2.
Oh, they look
And from
great.
2 it spread into an endless time.
They look
So it
beautiful.
seemed.
Imagine looking at your reflection and seeing that. Oh, she looks great with the hat. At least they got to have some life together. I was worried, man.
Give it here then. Want me to keep stirring? Yeah, see if you can salvage it. Well, there's your problem. Your roots.
Wait. Yeah, I was like, why did she just give her a dead plant? There's something in it.
Danny, why is there...
Here's the thing.
You gotta ask. Marry me.
You're my best friend. And I love my life. And I don't know how much time we have left. But however much it is, I'm gonna spend it with you. And I know we can't technically get married, but I also don't really
Oh.
care.
Forgot what year it was. Interesting that she's wearing a lock necklace.
That's enough for me. If it's enough for you.
I reckon that's enough for me.
They're so happy. What the hell's gonna happen? We got 24 minutes. Oh god. I need a breather. Also need to comment, like, we've been talking about keys a lot in this. Not a lot. It was mostly Peter and Miles. But it's cool that Jamie is wearing a lock as a necklace. I think they did that on purpose.
This is the best news. I'm so happy for you both.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
I'm
Oh, and this
that
place
is
is
amazing.
so beautiful. And no one's lodged any complaints about the name.
Okay. Okay, it does get the occasional eye roll, but I'll never forget how badly it annoyed her until she finally...
What is it? The batter place? I love Owen.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, it does get the occasional eye roll, but I'll never forget how badly it annoyed her until she finally had to laugh, and nothing
Exactly.
was better than that woman's laugh.
To Hannah. To Hannah.
To Hannah.
Hannah.
And Hannah, they're better. God.
We haven't spoken to the kids in ages though. But hey, they are growing up.
Flora's boyfriend.
Flora's got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
She's 12.
She's 17.
Oh, 17, damn.
So they're all happy?
Yeah.
She literally sacrificed part of herself for
Interesting though.
these kids.
The way they talk about Bly. They don't remember anything about it.
What? Nothing.
But I mentioned Hannah and Flora asked me who I was talking about.
What?
Remember Hannah, they don't remember.
Me?
So they've just
And the
forgotten it all.
Well, they know they
faceless
used to
lady.
stay at Bly when they were children. Said they recognised Hannah's picture, but only as the woman that used to stay there with them. The details, the
sad.
specific moment.
She's dedicated her life to help these kids and clean their house and everything, and they don't even freaking remember her.
It's the rest of their lives is just
Gone. It's like a relief for them.
faded away.
But Hannah,
All that's
you
left
gotta
is the
remember
shape of it.
Hannah.
They deserve that. We all do.
They don't even remember that you saved them. You saved both of them. Oh, great. Oh,
Jesus.
great.
What's going on? Are you okay?
Oh, no, no, no.
What happened?
Oh, no, no, no.
Danny, we could have so many more years.
Shit,
We'll
don't.
keep an eye on it, and it'll be fine.
She's gonna lose her.
Okay? I'll do the washing up from now on. Yeah?
Don't look at any mirrors. She spent so much time not looking at mirrors before. Don't look at them again. Like,
Our union is officially civil. We'll marry again when we can.
no, don't fucking tell me, man. Don't tell me.
Danny?
Oh, she's not in the tub. That's good. Oh, that reminds me of episode 1
Danny?
when the narrator was looking in the tub.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I thought she was goddamn dead. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, the water. I didn't realize.
I have a theory,
Oh, this is clean up.
but I'll save it to land.
Maybe I should just accept that. Maybe I should just accept that and go.
No. Not yet. If you can't feel anything, then I'll feel everything for the both of us.
Oh, holding on to anything, man. This is so heartbreaking to watch. I can't. She's gonna wake up, walk around. Don't you dare hurt her. Don't. Oh no. She knows that that's where this is going. She's gonna stop that at all costs. Oh, Jamie. Did she go back to the house to kill herself? Oh,
And so the gardener found herself back at Bly Manor.
I think the narrator is... She's unnamed. But considering that they say it's not my story, it's someone else's, and it has to be a side character, and who else is there? Plus they have an accent. What? Going for a swim? She's looking for her body right now? Like, what on earth? She knows she's there. Bottom of the lake.
She wielded with everything she had. You, me, us.
You mean us?
Us. Drag me down like you did the others. But the lady in the lake was different now.
No.
The lady in the lake was also Danny. Danny would never. In fact, no one would ever be taken again. And no one has been taken to this day.
What a frickin' episode. So much has happened.
For the rest of her days, the gardener would gaze into reflections, hoping to see her face. Her own lady in the lake.
Oh, gosh.
She'd leave a door open at night, just a crack, should she ever come back. Waiting for her lover to return.
Give us
Years
something,
would go by,
some hope.
and as she slept underneath the water, the au pair's
she does see
memories
her
would
again.
fade. She will merely walk the grounds of Bly,
What a great story for
harmless
you.
as a dove, for all of her days. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
please tell me what y'all think, because
I
I'm
told
wrecked.
you. The story wasn't exactly short.
So is it true?
Yeah,
Which part?
bitch, I was
I
there.
mean, if I were to fly to England and I were to visit Bly Manor,
Christ, is that the time? Big day tomorrow. Let's get some rest.
That's all you have to say after this freaking story? Okay, sure.
Shall
How's
we?
she related to any of these?
I think I'll
Wait,
stay
wait,
here
wait,
a
wait.
moment.
Wait, is the bride?
Shall we?
I think I'll stay here a moment.
Is the bride
Okay.
Flora?
I'm perfect. Just enjoying the fire.
Is the bride
I
Flora?
love you.
Love you so.
Because I was like, why is she at this wedding? How is she related to anybody? We were talking about Flora, who's in love with her boyfriend. This is Flora.
Good.
Oh my god.
He's the silliest. He said it was a ghost story.
It's a love story.
It isn't.
No?
It's a love story.
I want them to say it.
You know,
I'm waiting.
it's funny.
I know the story, right? Please.
I thought you might be making it up just off that name.
That name?
Then I figured, how could you know that? It's a funny coincidence, I suppose. My middle name is Flora.
Is that right?
She doesn't remember. That makes me sad. I mean, it's good for her. She can live a happy life and not know all the ghost things that
Come to
happen.
me. I know you're on to me.
Oh wait, that
I
was.
only come.
I thought he. I was wondering if that
I
was
know
supposed to
you're
be.
on to me. That not everything is gonna be the way you think it ought to be.
Give her a
Seems like
dance.
every time I try to make I shall be.
I want a happier ending. Give me some moment. One moment. Please. She's drifting off. Okay, Jamie.
Please say honestly you won't give up on me.
Her hand.
I shall be. I shall be me.
God fucking damn it. So her hand is on her shoulder. And she's there. I don't know if this means she died or she is there, but it's not time yet. I kept crying on and off in this entire episode, and it's just exhausting. What can I say? It's definitely an interesting finale because the climax of everything happened so early on. You know, it wasn't even halfway through when we stopped the faceless lady. It was Viola. We stopped her so early on, and I was mostly surprised by that. But it makes sense overall. It was just to see how it tied back to the start, and I kept wondering who the narrator was because they didn't name her, and I was wondering what it had to do with his wedding, and it clicked way later that the wedding was Flora's. I was thinking about this boyfriend she was so in love with that Owen had mentioned, and it just all tied together, and I like when they tie things together in the end. The thing is, it was like nice and yet so sad at the same time. And I don't know what to feel about that, you know? It's like, they had so many great years together, and that's more than I could have asked for. Because some other shows can't relate, you know, and and Danny held on for so long because she deserved that happiness, and they were married, in a sense, became official when they were allowed to. Jamie tried joining her, but Danny did what Peter could not for Rebecca and let her go, you know. It was like, I'm not going to drag you down here with me. You have to live the rest of your life. But Jamie still, like, was dedicated and still loved her and still kept... Calm down, I'm trying not to cry. Ooh. Trying to explain myself, but it's just tears are coming because I'm thinking about it. Well, she kept looking at reflections and water and everything to see if she could find her love again. Which is just kind of like, now that I think about it, a bit ironic because Danny stayed away from reflections for so much of her life after her fiancé died. And she was scared about these ghosts and the guilt she felt for her ex, the fear she felt for the lady in the lake. But Jamie was like, no, you know what, I'm gonna keep looking for you and I'm gonna keep trying to connect with you, and like literally does everything that none of us would be like, actually looking in a reflection after all this and leaving the door open at the end like that to let her in, I guess. And I wanted some kind of dance between them or something adorable, but ending with like a hand on her shoulder like that in the image, it did give us some hope still. I like that we got at least that, you know. She had a sweet couple of years with Danny, and I think telling that story was really great, and I wish Flora would have remembered it, you know. She acknowledged like, oh, he used my middle name. She changed the names of different things so people wouldn't, you know that was the true story. Because what Danny asked Owen is, should we ever tell them what actually happened? And Owen was like, no, who would? And Jamie actually did say it. I wonder if I gotta look back. I don't know if Miles was there too. I'm gonna just quickly rewind to make sure I know. Now that I think about it, was it Owen that was like, oh, look at the time, let's just not talk about this? I'm just like re-recording here, but this looks... Is this the Miles character? Because they focused on him earlier. I think this is the one who's supposed to be Owen.
Grounds of Bly. Harmless as a dove.
That's Miles.
Oh my God.
Oh, and there's Henry, who also knows it.
So is
Okay, it makes a lot more sense now that I think about it. I just had to rewatch that bit to make sure. But that's why I was so abrupt at ending the stories, because the people that knew about it were like, oh, let's not go back there, shall we? But I think Jamie did need to tell that story, because nobody really knew about Danny's sacrifice. I don't know, Owen probably knew, and Henry knew. But the actual kids she ended up saving. She expelled Peter from Miles, and she saved Flora from Lady in the Lake, but also expelled Rebecca, who was in her, giving her a nice moment. And she saved both of them. And she had this shell of a person who mostly just felt anger and didn't remember anything else, just within her for so long. And I like the effect of showing two different colored eyes because of this possession that she has. It's always just there looking at her. If she were to look in a mirror, she wouldn't recognize one of her eyes. It's just interesting. And, you know, let's just talk about the overall season. So I know this season, I've heard from a colleague of mine, their exact words more or less were like, I got what they were trying to do, but it didn't land with them. And I feel like, yeah, it couldn't land with some people, because I don't think you really should be comparing it to season 1, because they're totally different in my mind. There are several similarities, don't get me wrong, but the story they're trying to tell itself is different. And I think it is aimed for different people overall. There were things that, for example, didn't scare me in this, but scared other people. And, you know, vice versa. There were things that made me cry, like Owen's monologue. that literally nobody I've met cried for that scene. I hope I'm not alone, you know? I think anybody who knows what it feels like to be forgotten or see somebody lose themselves would really get moved by that monologue, especially if they had some wine, you know, like me. I was totally wrecked after that and needed a bit of a break from the show. But I watched this really quickly. I couldn't wait. There were things I liked about the season more than I liked about season 1, but there were things about season 1 I liked more than this. You know, I just connected in different ways to both, and that's why I put them on the same level. The main thing that made me like season 1 was the sibling relationship. I have a lot of siblings, and so seeing them go from kids to adults and seeing all the changes and like relating to that's what like made me really connect with the first season in Hill House. And I was definitely more freaked out and scared, and I like feeling that, you know. But I feel like this was more of an emotional journey, you know. It was eerie and creepy at times, especially with the faceless lady and faceless people or ghosts in general. But it was more about death itself and the afterlife and what it means to be alive. And it's like memories are what make you, and the purpose of life is to create memories, basically, or at least that's what I take from this season. And so when they died in Bly Manor, they were just living through their memories and trying to hold on to the present, which time isn't linear for ghosts, and that makes sense to me. The fact that they forgot that as time went on, forgetting themselves, it's like dying again, and that just made the whole story even more tragic. And I'm glad we didn't have to see Hannah or Rebecca or even Peter go through that, because that's just scary, like forgetting who you are. Dying is one thing, but forgetting who you are completely is another kind of scary. I've seen it happen to people and how it affects people around them too. It's just awful. I do really like how it all tied together too with that Jamie was the narrator. I was wondering, like, I didn't want to think about it too much because I wanted to experience it fully, but I was wondering why they went from telling a story to the main story, and how it related to the main plot. And it did make a lot of sense towards the end when it had to be a side character, because she kept repeating, you know, this isn't my story. And there was a specific accent as well that was used for the older version, that it definitely similar to Jamie as the young version. So yeah, that you could easily piece that together. But yeah, as I said, with Flora being the one being married, that just made the whole thing so much crazier for me. So that was cool. If you didn't read the story, Miles dies at the end. His heart stops from fear, from seeing Peter, I think, or something like that. I don't really remember the story that well. So I thought that's where they were going when Miss Jessel was like, oh, Miles is gone, just save Flora. So I thought they were gonna kill off Miles. I'm glad they didn't, because that's just tragic. I'm glad that the governess actually was doing her goddamn job in protecting these kids. Seriously, to the end, that was one thing I couldn't predict, was when Danny was like giving Viola, or the lady in the lake, permission to enter her body. Despite her fear of being tied up and all that, she was paying attention to what was going on with all these ghosts who were possessing the children. And she was like, okay, quick thinking, I'm gonna get this lady to possess me to protect Flora. Like, I'm gonna give her a body so she can leave this place, so she can transcend, if I want to use Owen's words. And that released all the ghosts. So literally, she didn't only save the kids. She saved Hannah, she saved Rebecca, she saved Peter, she saved the plague mask guy, she saved everybody who died in that place. She released them. So Dana was a true hero, and I'm glad she got several good years with Jamie. And I'm also really happy that Owen, like, he stayed dedicated to Hannah. And the restaurant name and having her portrait there in the restaurant, it was just such a great guy. All these characters, I felt like I really liked all of them. I felt like the characters were just so well thought out and detailed. Like, there were so many characters in season 1 too. It was all the siblings. It was like 5 siblings and the parents and all that. So they each got their own episode in a way. But I think how this was filmed, we got to see them all connect more, you know? I felt like it allowed space to explain more of the actual haunting going on. We got a full episode dedicated to that, and I liked seeing that and how it tied together at the end too. So yeah, it definitely allowed for more space despite it being an episode less, which is interesting. And I did love so many characters in this. And I also really like Henry's own redemption arc, that I thought he was dead, honestly, but that he came back and he actually changed his life up. He got off the booze and he was raising these kids right. That was good for his story for sure. And it allowed Danny and Jamie to have their own time together away from this crazy place. Even though it's not haunted anymore, it's just, there's a lot of memories there. And the fact that Danny went back there to drown, and Jamie tried to as well, but Danny wouldn't let her. Yeah, it's just like it comes full circle, and it's just really well thought out. I don't really like all the criticism this season's been getting, because I compare this to all the other shows I've watched or I'm watching currently, and I'm like, the detail, the effort, the long shots they do moving around the camera, which literally takes pure acting and skill as well for the filming and all that. It's just, they put so much effort into this, and that's what I appreciate so much about season 1 and this. And they just make it into pure art, you know? It's like a masterpiece, both seasons, in their own individual ways. I feel like they're great. No other show can really compare to me. That's why Hill House was one of my top 5 shows. And I'm just gonna put these like in the same group, The Haunting, basically, because they're just too different to really compare. I'm gonna have to watch this several more times to really make up my mind for sure. But experiencing this with you all, I feel like I focused a lot more on the detail in the story, and that allowed me to predict more. Yeah, and that might have annoyed you all, I don't know. But I like that I was able to do that, because they were putting these tiny details that it's so easy to miss if you're not focusing. But because I was actually focusing despite the booze, I was able to piece together these things, and it's like a puzzle in my head, and I love when my head works like that, you know? And then they were still able to throw things that I couldn't predict, and it was just such a great balance. Like, I don't know, I just loved the season. And yeah, I've discussed this for a while now. Definitely let me know what you thought of the show as a whole in the comments below. What you thought of my reaction and everything, what you thought of the ending, and how cute Danny and Jamie were, or Owen and Hannah and everything. And yeah, overall I'm happy that the kids got a good life. They were possessed and were living with ghosts and all kind of crazy shit, but they were allowed to forget. That is a gift for them. And we saw at the end that Flora was getting married and she's happy. And everybody looked happy. The only one who didn't look happy yet, we saw in episode 1, and in this episode, she looked more content than happy, is Jamie. And she was reunited at the end there, I believe so. She was reunited with Danny, or she would eventually be. That's at least what the hope they gave us was. And, you know, overall, great season, great show. Amazing, incredible. What can I say? And I hope you liked my reaction to it. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.